Hey everybody, it's me. Just it's almost 11 o'clock, so I probably should not be talking on the video. But this video coincides with the post I'm making called "Test Driving a Pattern," as you know. And I want to give you my video review of Butterick 5822, which is this coat pattern. And I actually made this coat right before Christmas. Sorry if my speech is a little slow. I am super tired. Got a little late from engagement. Sorry. Um, anyway, so I just want to kind of be a cheerleader for everybody out there and just let you know there's no such thing as a wasted experience. That if you want to think of trying out something as giving it a test drive, that's a great way to think of it. There's no commitment, nothing lost unless you use like really expensive fabric. But there's a lot to be gained from just trying something. So actually, this is a really neat project for me because it's my first online coat. So I learned a tremendous amount, and actually, it's not so much that I learned a lot, is that it reinforced this entire project reinforced what I already knew to be true. So I have a different strategy for my next coat, and I think I kind of prefer. Well, let me back it up. I actually knew that this coat wasn't going to turn out perfectly because for one, I knew I didn't pick the right fabric. I just went with it. I found a nice wool blend, which is this right here. It's really nice. It would have made a nice suit jacket with matching skirt, and I just really couldn't find a stiff enough fabric to hold the coat and kind of hold the design like I knew it would. So instead I went with this, and I just said, let me just go for it and go from start to finish. What's there to lose? And I'm so happy I did because it was a really good opportunity. So I guess the jacket itself was drafted perfectly. Didn't have any problems with that. What's really cool is, and it's sad you really can't see all of it, but anyway, it was this nice gray kind of wool blend, but again, it wasn't stiff enough for what I needed, but I did it anyway. The coat went together flawlessly. It's really nice, and it looks great on my dress form, believe it or not, but it looks horrible on me. It actually looks like a bathrobe. And a big thing that I kind of was reminded of is that wool and various blends of wool, it's not like tightly woven, it stretches. So hence the whole need for interfacing pieces as well. It prevents fabric from stretching. This is an unlined jacket, so there's no way in the world I would interface that. So again, if I was going to use a fabric, it would be a fabric that wouldn't stretch as much. Or I could have reinforced the shoulders with kind of like a seam binding, or there's something, I forgot what it's called. Anything that just prevent the seam and the shoulder from stretching out. Another thing I got to experiment with was the interfacing, which is cool. So I used just kind of this really nice sew-in. It was kind of a nice heavyweight. So that was neat, kind of playing around with that. That worked perfectly. I actually used two interfacings in the collar, that sew-in again, and I actually fused one of the sides of the collar as well. So it was stiff enough to hold up. So as it does. What else? Pretty much I think just the main take-home lesson was this is really cool just to do. I can't wear it. I refuse to wear it actually. Like I said again, it's kind of stretched out of shape and wasn't the right fabric for the job, but it was a great experience in doing it. So again, sometimes it's just great to kind of launch out in the deep, just do something, even if you know it's not going to turn out perfectly right. It's just good to have the experience of doing something. So that way you'll kind of have a good, you have some good ideas about what you want to do in your next project. Because I can tell you this, anytime you take on a jacket, anything you do usually for the first time might not turn out 100% perfectly. And that's okay. So it doesn't have to. We get better and better as we go in our sewing. So just a little bit of a reminder of that. Oh, one last thing I didn't think about, the sleeve. I learned the really big importance of, and I have sleeve, you can use, it's the interfacing used in ties, can be used actually to create the structure of the sleeve and prevent any kind of puckers. It kind of fills in the sleeve. As you can see, a sleeve will collapse normally right there in the armhole when it doesn't have any kind of filler or filling to kind of keep it full. Hence the need for like a tie interfacing or kind of like a wool batting or something like that you see in a lot of tailoring books. So it's kind of neat to do this and just kind of see, by not having certain attributes, what would be the cause and effect. So that was kind of cool too to note. So I think my next jacket, Unless it's a thicker weight fabric, it'll definitely more than likely, unless it's like a capelet, it'll be unlined. But I think I prefer my jackets lined because I like to build structure into them. So that's what I learned from this project. That was pretty cool. Alright, just wanted to share. Bye.